Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a brand new pick-a pile for you guys today. And today we're asking the question, are they my twin flame? Are they my soulmate? Or are they my karmic? I know a lot of times when we get involved in a very complicated, super emotional relationship with somebody, we're not really sure if this is like the real deal. Is it true love? Is it the real thing? Is it just a big lesson? Sometimes it can get really confusing and really difficult. So we're going to hopefully try and clear some of those questions up, try and clarify and get to the nitty-gritty of what exactly is at the root of your connection. Is it just a karmic lesson? Is this really your twin flame? We're going to try and figure that out. But before I do launch into it, I just want to say when it comes to things like twin flame confirmations, at the end of the day, regardless of what these piles have to say and what they reveal, at the end of the day, you are going to know for you if your person is truly your twin flame or if they are just a karmic lesson. It takes some quieting of the mind. It takes a little bit of prayer and getting still and, meditation and that kind of thing to really dig deep down inside to understand and figure that out. So, even if the cards don't necessarily say what you want them to hear, just remember that at the end of the day, it's not about what's in the cards, it's about what's inside of you and what you know to be true for you. So just remember that. And I don't just say that for my reading, but, really for anybody who would give you a reading. That's just good advice when it comes to life in general. So yeah, just follow your heart with that. The best way to determine that too is also by following what gives you peace, what brings you internal peace, because sometimes what brings you peace isn't necessarily always what's easy. Sometimes the hard and difficult route cannot be, it's not easy, but it does give you peace. It's a really weird thing. It's a weird way to describe it, but I say follow what gives you peace and follow what brings you joy. And there's a difference between joy and happiness, because happiness is more fleeting, happiness is more superficial and on the shallow level, but joy is something that you can feel even during difficulties and hard times. So follow what brings you peace and follow what brings you joy. Just a little bit of tips and a little bit of extra advice before we totally launch into this and get into it. But I just wanted to clarify that before telling you, this one's your karmic and this one's your twin flame or anything like that. It's just good to know that the answers at the end of the day are always inside of you. And also, there's a leaf blower guy that's walking around outside my apartment right now. So if it gets a little loud from him, maybe he's gone now, I don't know. But that could be an outside noise. My windows are closed, my air conditioning is on. You'll probably hear the air conditioning, but hopefully you won't hear the leaf blower guy. Okay, anyway, let's get into these piles and introduce them. We have mouse ears from Disneyland once again, like I usually do. And we have a holiday theme going on today. Pile number 1 is this Christmas pair of Minnie Mouse ears. The green ones with the red bow, and there's a little bit of holly right here on the side too. It's all sequined. So this is pile number 1's choice, the green Christmas ears. Pile number 2 is our Halloween group. We have an orange and black pair of ears that are all sequined as well, very glittery for Halloween. And pile number 3, we have another pair of Christmas ears, and this pair is more of a velvety kind of material with a green sequin bow, and the ears are red, and we have these cute little sparkly snowflakes on the ears. So 2 different pairs of Christmas ears and 1 pair of Halloween, but the red pair is pile number 3. those are your choices, you guys. Your timestamps are down below, and let's get started and find out what's going on with these connections, starting with pile number 1, the green pair of Christmas ears. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this green pair of Christmas ears from Disneyland, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out if your person is your twin flame, a soulmate, or a karmic lesson. So when I was drawing cards for this, I really only felt motivated to pull from a couple of decks, but just like a lot of cards from those decks. So we're just dealing with Amira's Love Oracle, What's Brewin' Spillin' the Beans by Fire Witch Tarot, and Loving Words from Jesus, because I always pull a Jesus card for every reading. It doesn't matter regardless, because I like to involve Jesus as kind of like the guiding light of things. So we'll just kick it off with Jesus and see what he has to say, and then we'll get into the other two groups. Ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. John 16:24. All right, so if you're looking for joy, don't hesitate, ask for it. That's always a good thing. All right, now we're gonna get into the real juicy stuff here. All right, Amira's Love Oracle. We have mature woman, friendship, karma. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are a karmic. We're gonna keep unfolding here. Blonde female, and children. And from What's Brewin', Spillin' the Beans, we've got Game Over, Fake Friends, Investigating, Nail Salon, Venting, Talking About Your Issues, Keeping a Promise, Standing Your Ground, Ready for Battle, Defending Yourself, and Movie Date. Okay, we have quite a bit to unpack here. All right. So I know you guys are probably like shaking in your seat right now, like, I got the karma card. That means they're a karmic partner. Doesn't necessarily mean that. There is obviously karma within the situation. I can tell you that much, because we do have the karma card. So there is karma in your situation, but we're going to figure out if that means this is just a straight up lesson, or it could be a twin flame situation where you guys have karma that you need to work out. So, other things to be noted here is we have mature woman and blonde female. So we have a couple possibilities here. You yourself, the viewer watching, you could be an older woman who happens to be blonde. So this could be just confirmation there of some of your characteristics of who you are. Or if this is not who you are, like these qualities don't describe you, you know, perhaps you're a man watching for a woman or something. Perhaps the person that you're asking about, perhaps the person you're involved with is an older woman who is a blonde female. So that's a possibility as well. Or there's option number 3 here, because there's karma in the situation. This could be a karmic person involved in the situation. Like if you have a third party situation, this person right here represented could be that third party. Like, let's say the person that you're involved with is married or has a significant other. This could represent that person. So take it as it resonates in your situation. I'm thinking it's most likely one of those 3 possibilities. It's either the third party person, the person you're asking about, or this is you yourself. So yeah, like I said, take it as it resonates. That's for sure. If anything, I'm getting the feeling that the karma in this situation has something to do with your friends around you guys, because we have the friendship card that came out, and fake friends. So it's showing that whatever friendship is going on, it's not very good, it's not very healthy. So one or both of you could have friends around you who are just not cultivating healthy relationships for you guys. These people could be very toxic, spreading lies and rumors about you, lying to you. And it's funny because, like, literally just yesterday, I did a reading. It was a different pick-a-pile. And, it was about the future of the future of your connection. And for that pile, like, there was a lot of stuff that came out about, like, gossip, and it seemed like friends and stuff were kind of like watching the situation. And I feel like this is kind of like that same similar vibe. So you could be that same person who tuned into that video, and the same message is coming through again, that there are some shady people around you guys. These could be people that you work with. Maybe you guys met in a work situation. But there are people around you guys who I feel are not very supportive of your situation, for whatever the reason may be. Maybe you guys have an age difference. Maybe there is that third party that's involved. Maybe there's just jealousy, that the people who are being fake and gossiping about you, maybe they're interested in your person, which is why they gossip and they spread lies, because there's jealousy. So there's a lot of that, which is funny because we also have nail salon venting, talking about your issues. So once again, I'm getting that same feeling that there are people talking about you guys behind your backs. And these same people who are talking about you guys are investigating. They're checking you guys out. They want to know what's going on with you. Like, this is really creepy. Like, this is kind of like a stalker kind of vibe. And that group that I told yesterday in that other pick-a-pile, it's literally like the video right before this one. It's what's happening in the future of your connection. So I definitely recommend going over to that reading to check out. I forget which group it is. I don't even remember what group it is. I literally just uploaded it yesterday, and I don't remember which group it is. But there is a group in there where the energy is it's very, very similar. So yeah, and I told that group that it was almost kind of like you guys are like a celebrity couple, is the best way I can describe it. Because, when a celebrity gets into a relationship with somebody, one of the reasons why they try to keep it on the down low and they keep it low key and they don't really advertise it or talk about it, unless it's a total showmance, unless it's like actually for publicity and to promote something. But if it's not, and if it's like a real, genuine, true thing, usually they don't like to broadcast it that much. And this type of stuff is the reason why. Because the fake friends come out of the woodwork, they try to get dirt on you and investigate you. They talk about you behind your back, and they spread all these lies and rumors. And that's definitely like the vibe that I'm getting here again. It's like you guys are like this celebrity couple where everyone is jealous of you. And I really think that is where a lot of the karma is. It's more so in the people around you guys. So you both need to work on your relationships with people around you and kind of weed out the ones who are not true and who are not genuine. I don't believe that they're all like that, obviously. Like, I believe both of you guys have good people around you, but there's, it's kind of hard to figure out who's being real and who's not, because there are so many shady people intermixed in. It's like looking at a garden. You see like a beautiful rose, you see a beautiful tulip, you see a beautiful peony, and then you see all these weeds scattered in between. So you gotta pull all the weeds out and leave the flowers there, and the flowers are your real and true people, your real and true friends. So that's what it seems like the karma in this situation really is, which makes you both feel defensive. You both have to stand your ground and, get ready for battle. You both feel defensive of your connection, of your relationship between one another. And you guys do have a promise that you want to keep with one another. So honestly, for you guys, I would say, based out of all this stuff, I would say this is definitely a twin flame situation, because usually a soulmate situation is easier. It's a little bit more go with the flow kind of stuff. There's not really a lot of karma hanging around. You're not going to have people talking about you and stuff. It's just easy. But this is difficult. This is challenging when you have all these people kind of buzzing around you and stuff. But you guys did make a promise to one another. And I believe that promise there, that's a good thing. And I think that, you wouldn't be defending one another, you wouldn't be defending your connection if there wasn't something real and genuine there to defend. So I do feel that this is a twin flame situation. I believe that the game being over is in regards to the people that are around you, whoever these negative people are. And I don't know who they are. This is your life. You know who's in your life or not. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be coworkers. I don't know, but you're gonna know who these people are, and they're people who are likely associated or know you both, considering it seems to be very heavily on both sides. And who knows, like, even this mature woman who is blonde, like, that could be the ringleader of who is even leading the pack here of all these toxic fake friends. Doesn't have to be, like I said, this could be representing you, this could be representing your person, this could be representing a third party, but, this could be representing maybe the person who is, like, the queen of gossip. Like, maybe it's like an older Regina George, like in Mean Girls or something. Like, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, like it's Mean Girls. And when I see children, there's a couple of possibilities here with children. You could have children, or your person could have children, or you guys could have children together. Maybe you're going to have children together in the future. That's definitely one possibility. But another thing that I'm seeing when it comes to children is it's almost like this represents these fake friends acting like children. Like, once again, it's like it's taking you back to middle school or something, where it's like, hello, the middle school called, it wants its drama back. So yeah, like, they're just acting like children over your situation, which is stupid, because at the end of the day, these fake friends need to mind their own business, like, live their own life. Like, I feel bad for these people, because they must have a really dull and boring life if they feel that they have to get so involved with what's going on with yours. And even if your situation isn't perfect, and maybe you guys have some things you have to work through, that's none of their business. As long as there's, no abuse going on, and, no one is, like, really physically getting hurt or something like that, they should really just butt out. It's not for them to take place. Which is funny, because, we have a movie date here, and when I see movie date, yeah, you and your person could go on a movie date. It could be as straight up as that. But it also reminds me of, like, watching a movie. Like, watching this dramatic teen drama or something unfold, or like this docudrama about a celebrity couple that's being stalked, or something crazy like that. Like, it's like watching a movie, how stupid these people are who are just obsessed with you guys. So yeah, that's what I get from movie dates. So it's really, really funny, but that's what I see that's going on in your situation. I do believe it's a twin flame, because I think things are good between you and your person, but I do think that there is a lot of karma surrounding you guys. It may not necessarily be within your connection, it's in without it, but it's affecting it though. And you guys probably won't really be able to just ride off into the sunset and live the life that you want to its fullest until you clean up and clean out a lot of the stuff, because, game is over. The game is over on these fake friends. It's time to eject them and get them out in your life. So that's what I see going on for you guys. I hope it made sense, and I hope it resonated for some of you. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go, or maybe pick one of the other piles if it didn't fit for you. But otherwise, please give this video a big thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on their way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the orange and black Halloween mouse ears from Disneyland, then this is going to be the reading for you, and we are going to find out if your person is your twin flame, soulmate, or a karmic lesson. So, when I was pulling cards for this reading, I really only felt motivated to pull from a couple of decks. So we have Spillin' the Beans by Fire Witch Tarot, Loving Words from Jesus, because, well, I always include a Jesus card in all of my readings, and Amira's Love Oracle. But we have a lot of cards in each of these piles, so we're going to really dive in. Starting off with your Jesus card, though, it says, "You are the light of the world," Matthew 5:14. That's always a good message. Remembering you are the light of the world. Okay. From Amira's Love Oracle, now we're really going to dive in deep here. We have gifts, money, young female, travel, long distance. And from What's Brewin', Spillin' the Beans, we have anger management, envy, chill vibes, kicked to the curb, busy, time management, putting them in their place, and family time. And that's a very interesting combination of cards. Okay, so right off the bat, as we start this, we're going to start here with the young female. And this may simply be indicating that you yourself may be a young female who is watching this video, you as the viewer. Or perhaps if you're a guy, you're asking about a young female. Or simply somebody involved in your situation is a young female. You know, maybe she even possibly fits the description of the girl who's in the card. So take it as it resonates, of course, but most likely you yourself are either a young female or the person you're asking about is probably a young female. And it seems as if there's definitely distance between the two of you. Now, this could be physical, as it suggests in the card, or it could be emotional distance. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical. You know, sometimes when there's karma involved in these situations, there can definitely be long distance or emotional distance. But considering there is like long distance here and we have travel, it seems that maybe in the past you or your person have traveled back and forth to see one another, or you're going to be traveling to see one another in the future. But because there is distance and there is travel that has to happen to see one another, it seems like finances is definitely a factor between the two of you. You know, maybe one or both of you doesn't really have enough money to do this kind of traveling or to move and relocate. You know, and especially if you are on the younger side, you know, maybe you're still just like getting settled and, you know, getting your life started. Maybe you're recently out of college or something, and, you know, you're just trying to find a job and stuff like that. And not only that, but especially if you're watching this in real time in 2020, Money is kind of an issue for everybody right now, young or old, because of the pandemic, with people losing their jobs or having their hours cut back and things like that. So definitely finances seem to be an issue here. But there definitely seems to be bigger issues going on than just money. Money could be the cause of it. It could have been the thing that set it off. But there definitely seems to be some karma going on in this group, because we have anger management, we have envy. So I'm definitely getting the feeling here that there are some not so healthy vibes going on between you and your person, that there's definitely some toxic energy happening between the two of us. You or your person could feel anger towards the other. Maybe you both feel anger towards each other mutually. Maybe you're both angry at each other. There could be envy. The envy could be, from several different things. Maybe there's a third party situation involved in this, and because of that, there's envy. Or, maybe you're envious of the fact that, your person is so far away from you, and it doesn't even matter if it's romantic, but, maybe somebody else gets to spend their time with your person when you don't, and you feel territorial and stuff like that. But there definitely seems to be some not so great emotions being exchanged between the two of you here, between the anger and the envy. Like, those are just toxic, not healthy situations going on. But and not only that, but I think because there is long distance here, and there is a means to travel, and like I said, it doesn't even have to be physical distance. When I look at long distance as well, with the possibility of it being emotional distance, when I think of travel and connected to that, I look at it as like, if you guys are physically near one another, but there's emotional distance, it's like you guys kind of have to like emotionally travel to one another. And what I mean by like emotional travel, I mean by like, you guys have to communicate, you guys have to compromise, you guys have to really listen to one another and make an effort to work it out. So, even if the distance is emotional and you need to make the traveling efforts to work things out from that perspective, it doesn't seem like that's really happening, because like I said, we have anger and we have envy. We have some not so great stuff happening here energetically. And not only that, but either you or your person, I feel like someone's leaving the other one out in the cold, because we also have time management and busy. So it's possible, and I feel like this is going to be more so for the person who's watching this, but I feel like the person that you're asking about may be giving you the whole, oh, I'm just busy, oh, I'm busy at work, oh, I'm busy with this, oh, I'm busy with that. Like, they're just constantly kind of giving you excuses, kind of a thing. And you probably feel pretty left in the cold. Of course, mind you, these relationships could be mirrored, they could be flip-flopped, it could be the other way. Maybe you're the one who's being too busy, maybe you're the one who's leaving them in the cold. But I feel like it's more likely, if you came to this reading and if you're asking about this, it's more likely that they're the ones who are leaving you in the cold, and they're giving you all these excuses about time management and being busy. So when they do that, you wind up feeling kicked to the curb. Whoever is giving the other person the line of, oh, I'm busy, constantly being left in the cold, you're feeling kicked to the curb. And, then you wind up getting angry. That's where envy winds up kicking in too. So that's when all these like icky emotions happen after they leave you out in the cold. And because they're doing that, you want to put them in their place, Like, I'm definitely getting the feeling here that you're sick of always being put on the back burner. You're sick of being left on red. You're sick of being ghosted. You're sick of just getting nothing in response. Like, you're giving and you're giving and you're giving, and they're not doing anything back. And like, yeah, you're just kind of bleh, sick of this. So, it's not a very good feeling. It's a lot of, fighting kind of energy here, anger management. And I mean, you look at this. I mean, it looks kind of like a wolf, honestly, on the card. I don't think it's a wolf. Maybe it's a dog. I mean, the one below definitely looks like a dog. This one kind of looks like a wolf. But either way, dog, wolf, whatever it is, it looks mad. It looks pissed. And I'm definitely getting the feeling here that one or both of you are pissed, and there is, all this anger and upset that's going on. Which is funny because we do have chill vibes coming through, and there's absolutely nothing about that is chill. I think chill vibes implies the fact that things need to chill. This is what needs to happen. Like maybe you just need to take a step back from this person for a little while and chill. Step back and chill for a little while and just relax, and maybe not put so much attention on this connection, on this relationship right now. So that way then you can cool down and not be so angry. So that way then you can realize that there's nothing to be envious of, because you have a very full and good and beautiful life with or without this person. The envy could also be attached to money as well. One person in this connection could have more money than the other, and because of that, there could be an imbalance between the two of you guys and how you relate and connect to each other based upon that as well. So that could definitely be another issue as well. But I think that you need to take some time to chill out. For this group in particular, it's definitely not a soulmate, that's for sure, because all of this craziness would not be happening in a soulmate. But there's also nothing like clear cut to me that comes through that says it's definitely a twin flame either. I gotta be real with you guys, and I am picking up more of a karmic partner kind of energy from this group. But, once again, I don't like completely confirming that kind of stuff 100% or not. I think at the end of the day, you need to get quiet and pray and spend some time alone with God. Have some chill vibes there to try and figure this out for yourself. Because you're going to know deep down in the root of yourself if this person really is just a karmic lesson or not. And there is karma that happens in twin flame dynamics, that's for sure. But it's hard to say at this point with so much gunk going on if it is that kind of karma, if it's the kind of karma that just needs to be cleared out so there can be union between two twin flames, or if it's legit just a lesson. And here's the other thing too, like twin flames, yes, they do hurt each other and there is karma to work out, but usually twin flames do not hurt each other on purpose. It's usually in a sense accidental. But if somebody is like being outright legit mean to you, which I feel like could be a possibility in this group because we have putting them in their place, there could be some abuse even going on in this situation. These are not great feelings to be having, you guys. They really aren't. They're not great feelings. And now the cards are flipping about here. But yeah, these are not great emotions going on here at all. So yeah, but if someone's being outright mean to you and nasty to you on purpose, if there's like without a doubt abuse, and like the person knows they're abusing you, they know that what they're doing is wrong, to me that says much more karmic than twin flame, because a twin flame is probably not going to be hurting you and going out of your way to do that stuff to you on purpose. They're usually doing that stuff because they're dealing with their own stuff internally, and they don't realize that their actions or lack of action affects you in that way. But there is a plus side here. There is family time that came through, and I believe that that's kind of like the gift to you in this situation. definitely take some time to chill, for sure. Maybe spend some time with family, with people you consider family. This doesn't necessarily have to be blood. Like if your family situation is messed up and you don't relate to your family, that's okay. But whoever it is that you consider to be family to you, this could be your soul family, it could be your friends, whoever is family to you, I would spend some time with them because you're going to find a gift in spending time with those people, and they may be able to help you find clarity and insight that you may not even realize right now. And even when I look at like this Jesus card, it's this nice family dynamic here with Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. You are the light of the world. I think that's definitely a reminder to you that, even through all of this madness that you're experiencing with this person, you still have a lot of light inside of you, and you still have a lot to offer and bring the world and help the world. And like this just reminds me of a nice little family dynamic, just like we have the family card here. So spend some time with other people around you who truly love you, who truly care about you, who have your best interests at heart. Hang with them, chill with them. I think it's going to help bring some insight and clarity to you. And by the time you're done doing that, you may realize like, hey, yeah, that was just a karmic lesson. I'm better off without all that stuff. Or maybe you'll realize, okay, yes, this person is my twin flame. Now I really need to, figure this out, how I need to start repairing this so we can become whole, so we can become better. But, like I said, guys, I got to be honest here. This looks much more karmic-y than anything else, but at the end of the day, it's definitely up to you to really figure that out within. But regardless, there is definitely karma in this situation. So hopefully that helped you guys. Hopefully that assisted you in some kind of way. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go, or maybe pick a different pile. But otherwise, please give this video a big thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are coming your way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose the red and green Christmas mouse ears from Disneyland, then this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out if your person is your twin flame, a karmic lesson, or your soulmate. So I'm excited to see what unfolds for you guys. So when I was drawing cards for this reading, I only decided to pull from 3 different decks: Amira's Love Oracle, What's Brewin', Spillin' the Beans by Fire Witch Tarot, and Loving Words from Jesus, because for me, a Bible verse a day always helps keep the bad vibes away, and I just, I include Jesus in all my readings. It doesn't matter what it is. But I did pull a lot of cards from these 2 decks, so we do have a lot to look at and unpack here. But we're going to get things started with Loving Words from Jesus, and he says, "Seek and you shall find." Matthew 7:7. All right. That's always a good message to know. Matthew 7:7. So we got some 7 action going on there. A little synchronicity. All right. From Amira's Love Oracle, now that we're going to dig into the meat of this, we have Wallflower, Control, Dark Male, Courting Male, and Freedom. And from What's Brewin', Spillin' the Beans, we have Sex Shop, Promiscuous, Sleeps Around, a Hoe, Free for All, Sleeps with Your Man. Yikes. Caution, Gym, meeting someone at the gym, staying long hours, doing more than working out. Ooh, so you guys are like the sex pile or something. Got some sexy stuff happening here. Okay, outdated, expired, disused, old news, discarded, tantric sex, and pregnancy test. Damn, what is up with you guys here? Like, woo, this group alone is like, do we need to make this 18 plus? I don't know. We're gonna see here. Okay, so pile number 3. Here we go. So, first thing I'm observing from your group here, before we get into all this sexy stuff, let's look at Amira first, because there's a little bit less sex and maybe a little bit more context as to what else we need to know besides sex. There's clearly a lot of sex going on somewhere. All right, so we have dark male. So the person that you may be asking about could be a dark complexion male, or you yourself, the viewer watching this, could be a dark male. So it's, confirmation that either this is your person or this is you. And we also have courting male. So, if you're a woman who's watching this, chances are that, this is basically a darker male that you are seeing. This is someone that you're dating. This is someone you're seeing. We're going to tap into exactly like how you're seeing him in just a minute. But this is somebody that you're dating. This is probably a darker complexion, darker skin male, he probably has dark hair, dark eyes, dark brown eyes, or, brown, black, dark brown hair, that kind of thing. Someone that you're dating. So I feel for most of you, you're probably going to be like a woman asking about a man rather than like a man asking about a woman. You could be this guy and you're the one who's dating, but I feel for most of you, it's probably going to be you're a woman who is dating a darker complexion man. And it's funny because I almost kind of get like this weird 50 Shades of Grey kind of, this weird 50 Shades of Grey vibe from this group. You guys are like 50 Shades of Grey, totally. Because, he's a darker male that you're seeing. And I feel like when you're not around this person, you're kind of more of a wallflower. Maybe someone would write you off as just being like a plain Jane or something like that. But, you're more of an introvert, more of a person, who is fine just being behind the scenes. You're not like the bright, glittery disco ball that drops from the ceiling and is like, hey, look at me, here I am. That's not you. You're fine just blending in with the scenery. You're not someone who probably wants to be noticed a whole lot. But when you get around this guy, it's kind of like this whole other side of you comes through. But I feel that there's definitely some control issues going on in this relationship. And the control has a lot to do with sex. So yes, we have sex shop. We have tantric sex. We have, I'm picking up all the sexy things here. We have the gym here, which is not just going to the gym, but, working out in kinky ways, basically. So we've got all this going on. And I definitely believe that this guy, he's like your Christian Grey, basically. I don't know if you're familiar with 50 Shades of Grey, if you've read the books or you've seen any of the movies, but, Anastasia Steele, she's a wallflower, basically. And Christian Grey, who, funny enough, actually kind of resembles the guy in this card. Like these two, and she kind of looks like Anastasia Steele too. Like these two actually kind of look like them, which is really funny. But yeah, so he's definitely a freak in the sheets is what it comes down to. But he's a dominant and she is his submissive, is basically kind of what's going on here. So he has a lot of the control in the bedroom. He has a lot of the control in the relationship. You know, he's the one who has the money. He's the one who has the power. And I feel like it's very, very similar vibes in this situation. So you guys are obviously having a lot of sex, like working out at the gym together kind of sex. Like you guys are working it out. But here's the thing. This is what worries me with you guys in this situation is, you know, we also have caution here. So all this sex, like it may be great and it may be like fireworks and electric and it may take you out of being just this wallflower. Like it may be amazing, but that's all it might be. Like the problem is we don't have any other cards coming through here that imply anything that's like tender or deeper or love or anything like that, which is one area where it differs from 50 Shades of Grey, because in 50 Shades of Grey, Christian felt, you know, very protective of Anastasia, and you know, he really did have this deep love for her. And you know, it's also kind of based off of like the Twilight Saga. It's like a kinky version of Edward and Bella, basically. And, you know, same thing. You know, Edward felt very protective of Bella. You know, he truly loved her and everything. You know, in New Moon, he tried to let go of her. You know, he tried to go away and stuff because he wanted her to live a normal life without him, without vampires and all the other kind of stuff. But I'm not picking up on that here. I'm picking up on, like, it's literally just sex. So I would be very, very cautious continuing on in this situation. And what also concerns me here is with caution, we have promiscuous. Sleeps around, a hoe, free-for-all, sleeps with your man. Now, I don't think that you're the one who's being the hoe here, but it's possible that your man could be a bit of a hoe. And he may be doing all this kinky stuff elsewhere with other people. So, you know, right off the bat here, you guys, and I'm serious when I say this, go get tested. If you haven't gotten tested, please go get tested. And not just for pregnancy. Like, I know that there's pregnancy that's here, and this very well could be like a real scare for you guys. So if you don't want to get pregnant, like, you may want to stop fooling around with this person, because that very easily could happen. And with all the sex that's coming through here, like, this isn't even just a metaphor thing. Like, sometimes when the pregnancy test card comes out, sometimes it's metaphorically like, oh, you're pregnant with a new idea, you're pregnant with starting a business, or you're pregnant with, you know, a brand new awakening, something spiritually happening, a new chapter in your life. No. That's not what this is, because there's all this other sex stuff going on. This is quite literal. This is definitely quite literal. So maybe get the pregnancy test and get tested for like STDs and stuff anyway, because this is just, oh, this is not good. This is icky. Very, very icky. I wish it wasn't. So yeah. But I feel like if you're here and you're asking about all this, I feel like you've been dealing with this situation for a long time with this person. And, like, you kind of feel like you're controlled in this, because I feel like all the sex has probably become addictive for you. And it's like you can't break the cycle. Like, you can't just get out of it. Like, you feel like you're controlled by it. Even if it's not necessarily by this guy, like, you could just feel controlled by the situation. You could just feel like it's like you're going through the motions, like you can't even stop yourself. Like, this person comes around and you just automatically do it. It also reminds me, like, I'm sorry I use all these pop culture references, but that's just kind of where my mind goes sometimes. If you guys are familiar with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it reminds me of when Buffy started sleeping with Spike in season 6, and that wasn't a healthy relationship. That wasn't based off of love. It was just this. It was just all sex, and she was basically using him because she was very depressed and she didn't want to be where she was, and, you know, it was a very toxic karmic situation. So you could feel like you're on lockdown, like you cannot break this cycle. And for Buffy in that season, she broke that cycle when it got to the point where Spike tried to rape her, and she put her foot down and she said, no, we're not going to do this anymore. And he tried. He didn't, but he tried. And I don't want to see you guys have a similar situation like that, where this dude is going to think like, oh yeah, this is our thing, this is what we do, and then you finally put your foot down, and he winds up taking the control, and it winds up not being consensual. So this relationship expired, disused, old news, discarded, it's outdated, it's done. Like, I'm sorry you guys, but this is the straight up karma pile. There was a lot of karma happening in pile 2 where I was a little unsure if they were a karmic partner or not. Like for pile 2, it's kind of up to them to figure out if it's twin flame karma or if it's karmic partner karma. But this one just seems to be straight up karma, because it just seems like it's just all physical. It's built off of sex. But the good news here, you guys, is you can be free from this. You don't have to stay under control in this situation. You can be free from this. And while it may be maybe the best sex you've ever had in your life, and it may be filled with all kinds of passion and heat, the thing is, it's probably only like that in those moments, and you probably feel pretty shitty afterwards. And you deserve so much more. You don't deserve sex. You deserve making love. You deserve someone who will make love to you. Someone who, yeah, maybe they'll do all these fun and freaky things, but it's going to be because they love you so deeply, and they're going to be there to like cuddle you and hold you and spoon you and all those good things afterwards. They're going to be there for you when things get rough and when things get hard. They're going to hug you and hold you when you're crying and you've had a hard day. Like, you deserve so much more than this. Like, this is nothing in comparison to what is awaiting for you. So please free yourself from this. Find freedom, because I promise you, if you find freedom from this, if you get out of this situation, you are going to find a healthy, positive, good relationship where the sex is healthy and it's not toxic like this. Seek and ye shall find. So yeah, like, if you don't want this anymore, leave it. You can find something so much better. So yeah, for you guys, pile 3, I'm sorry. To me, this is all straight up karmic. I'm going to say the same thing I've told every other group. Once again, you got to go within and you got to pray and you got to ultimately answer this question for yourself. But, if you're feeling at all anything what I'm feeling looking at these cards and going through this group, you may feel that, yeah, this is a karmic situation. But I do believe that you guys can get out of this. I do believe you can find freedom. I wish I had better news. I wish I had better cards that came through, but I have no control over that. It is what it is with that. But, it can and it will get better. It's ultimately up to you. And if you don't want to be a wallflower anymore, don't be a wallflower. There are better ways to step away from the wall and step into your truth and be you and find freedom than through this. This is definitely not the way. So hopefully this helps you guys. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. Maybe pick a different pile. But otherwise, give this video a big thumbs up. That would definitely help me out a lot if this did help, if this did make sense to you. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of new videos when they are coming your way. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love.